Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2, and I'm back again with another series review. As you can see, this is from Johnny Elsewhere's contest, and I won it. Well, I couldn't post too much about it, but I think it looks really awesome. I think he did a splendid job with it. This is really top-notch, and top-stitch, if I may add. Fantastic job. This episode itself is called The Bride Wore Black, and we finally get to see the wedding between Alec and Kristie. This is the moment that I've been waiting for because I ship them so hard, and finally they become canon. And actually it takes a while to get to that point, but there is a murder mystery that's happening as well within this episode itself, and then you discover who was responsible for killing Mr. Bell, who was in cahoots with him, and what Datak is truly up to, and his angle. And I don't know what it is, but I really like Datak, even though he's a pretentious, arrogant jerk most of the time. And you can still see that his wife is the one that holds a lot of sway over him. And it's interesting because the Casthians, if you read anything on Wikipedia, this is very accurate. What Wikipedia has done with their description of the Casthian race, and they've done a really superb job on that. Whoever did the input has done just a bang up job writing about the Casthians. The Casthian race itself, the women are subservient to their husbands, mostly like a paternal society, similar to Japanese culture. In fact, I find a lot of references to Japanese culture with the Casthians themselves. It's probably why I like them so much, despite the whole subservience thing. I'm not really big on that, but she really does have this magnetism to her. She's manipulative, and she is she really is this character that you want to like her, but she's just twisted in a way that I can't really put my finger on. But that is what makes her so intriguing, I think, and interesting, and just a very dynamic character that you don't always know what she's going to do, and she's very unpredictable and spontaneous, and she's fascinating. I don't know why, but I like her for that reason, and then I hate her. Um, you find she actually has a lot of heart, but I was kind of wondering whether she also had an angle with the whole uh, procedure, the tradition of wearing the Tilo, because in Castilian tradition, the bride is not supposed to be able to see anything until her groom lifts the Tilo. The Tilo is just this metal blind, basically. It's actually really pretty. I wouldn't have minded doing something really risky like that, because I can trust my own foresight, and I'm pretty graceful and I have poise when I walk. But Kristie, um, they go back and forth whether she wants to wear it or not, and later on, um, Datek's wife actually makes her an old world bridal veil, and all the while this other plot's going on with the body they find at the Need Want, that's been there for quite some time, and they think that it was Datak who was responsible. Well, it's all evidence points toward him, because the walking stick that he usually carries around, the the blunt force trauma from that, there's an indentation in Belle's head that it fits like a key in a lock, like Nolan said. I thought, yeah, I knew you did it, you despicable jerk. But he's going to get what's coming to him. I just have a feeling that he is going to get what's coming to him at some point in time in the series. Maybe not now, but perhaps later. Um, I want to see good triumph dang it. But it's this episode I think is my ultimate favorite because you get to see a Casthian wedding, and I just felt it's very spiritual, and once again the Japanese influence was very prominent, and you could see where the creators got their inspiration from, and it was really quite ethereal to me, and I really enjoyed that. I'm not really sure what else to say about this particular episode, other than I sincerely enjoyed it. I was so happy. I'm just knowing this series so far. I know something's gonna happen pretty soon. I have a feeling about. I think his name is Josh. I can't remember if his name is Josh or it's a J name. It's the young black male, the guy who works with Nolan um, in the newfound. It's sort of like they're bounty hunters in this new age, like Han Solo and whatnot. I mentioned that before when I first started doing my reviews for the series. But he and Arissa, they're a thing. We know that, and I also ship them. And I sincerely hope that they will perhaps maybe get married later. It was sort of a foreshadowing, but that scene in particular, um, I absolutely thought it was the cutest thing ever. It was so sweet. I mean, she's all dressed up. She comes in there rather begrudgingly to the wedding, just kind of looking around like, gosh, I hope nobody sees me. I look absolutely ridiculous. I thought that she looked absolutely, positively stunning. She had this punk thing going on, and I loved it. And Joshua, he turns over, he looks at her, he said, "Wow," he's impressed. He's just knocked for a loop because she looks really good. And then he says, "No knives," and she lifts up her skirt and you see this big blade there, and then the sweetest thing ever, she takes his hand in hers, and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy. But that was my favorite moment. I know I'm kind of a sap for that, but I loved that moment. It was just so beautiful, and then it just made my day. It made me happy. um I liked the flashbacks, and I've kind of felt sorry for I forget her name, but she kind of had it coming. I just I like it's she's another one of those characters that's sort of like Daytak, in the fact that she's also very impulsive and unpredictable, and she was poisoned basically with O2 of all things. I thought, well, that's an odd way to die, but yeah, you can die from oxygen. Having too much oxygen is not a good thing for your body because the body doesn't know what to do with it or process it, and you just not a good way to die. But Doc Yule in this episode isn't really given that much of a part, but she played a very interesting role in the flashback with Belle, and that I thought was really intriguing, and it just added to the mystery and the whole uh, prospect of just how how unstable Daytak really is, and just his modus operandi is revealed in this one, and I just absolutely this is my favorite episode. It just is, and I can't wait for the next episode to come on and see what happens. And I don't know why, but I got a feeling something bad's gonna go down because I just get that sense. It was foreshadowing of that. So I will definitely do a review of that when it airs. So I shall see you next time. Live long and prosper, my friends.